because of the way this crease goes down in here, it's hard for me to get to this surface by pushing, because I end up hitting this surface going this direction. So I've got to flip it around and come back and cut this direction and go down into that crease and stop, because that's where I stop, is in the middle of that crease. Alright, I've just crossed this little point where it comes down here, and I gotta shoot right back up through here. But this first line past that point goes about 5/8 of an inch. So I'm not going to rely on my eye to be able to carry that thing out straight quite that far. What I'm going to do is take a sharp edge, a sharp point, and run this straight edge, extend it. About like so. And that'll extend it up there straight. If these lines are straight and these lines are straight, this row of diamonds here will be straight. And this row of diamonds is all that people see. It's really difficult to see these lines or these lines. What your eye gravitates to is the diamonds, the lines of diamonds. If they're not straight, it's pretty ugly. It can look pretty bad. And it's one of the hardest things to make happen, is to keep all these lines straight. I'm running into the same problem trying to go this way because of this dip. Trying to come this way, cut this way with this rest of the stock down here is getting in my way, so I'm going to turn it around and cut this direction. A friend of mine's watching this video, and he said that sometimes my pictures, the lighting wasn't real good because it was shadows, dark. Down in here was dark, and it just needed to be lit up better. Let me explain why I do that. This is primarily about making a stock, not about taking pictures. But what I do is I use this light. I use this light right here that I can move around. when you got grooves going this way and grooves going this way, if you want to see the grooves that you're working on, you can highlight those by putting the light perpendicular to the grooves. In other words, I'm doing these grooves, I can put my light perpendicular to those grooves, and it highlights them. It throws a shadow into those grooves. I'm working on these grooves facing this way. If you put the light here, it shadows those grooves and you can see them. If you put the light directly overhead, the grooves vanish. You can see them the more the light, it's like the setting sun. The shadows get longer when the sun sets. If you turn the direction of the light this way, you highlight these grooves. See how it throws a shadow across these? If you put it with these grooves, it throws a shadow across these. So the position of your light is everything as far as eye strain, as far as being able to see what you're doing, keep up with where you're at and all that. There was a stockmaker in the 50s named Dale Goins. He was a tremendous stockmaker, designer. I think he built rifles as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't have any artificial light. He worked in the daytime in his shop. He had a window, and he would turn his work to where that window would give him the desired position of his light. Used to work with an old guy named Alex Turan. He was some sort of Russian speaking guy. He was a sheetrock finisher, sheetrock hanger. And he always finished his sheetrock depending on where the light source was. The light fixtures in the room, the windows in the room, the doors. And the light source dictated to him which way he finished his sheetrock. And you could go behind that guy and paint. He almost didn't have to sand his sheetrock filler because he put it on so fine, and he put it on where the light source did not shine onto any of his flaws. His flaws went the other way. Any kind of trowel marks or anything, they went the other way. And his trowel marks vanished because the light worked with him instead of against him.